In the early afternoon of December 4th, 2007, it was a cold, yet relatively quiet rainy day at the scenic Chehalis Lake. It was 1:36 p.m., and due to the time of year, what would otherwise be a lake frequented by fishermen and campers was completely devoid of human activity. Suddenly, the light noise of falling rain was shattered by a loud roar, which became audible, being specifically caused by a section of the mountainside east of Mount Oruk collapsing all at once in a massive landslide. Moving at a speed of 134.2 miles per hour or 217 kilometers per hour, the 3 million cubic meters of rock only generated tsunami took 15 seconds for this landslide to strike the northwestern end of Chehalis Lake. Quickly displacing large volumes of water, the cold lake water lurched upwards, forming a towering wave. A large tsunami had just been generated, which peaked in height at 38 meters or 125 feet and seemingly towered over every full-grown large conifer tree near the lake shoreline. As this massive wave advanced across Chehalis Lake at a speed of 59 miles per hour or 95 kilometers per hour, it took only 30 seconds for a 38-meter high wave to crash against the first part of its eastern shoreline. Continuing onwards, it took another 15 seconds to reach the northernmost point of the lake, and another 15 seconds after that for the wave to run half a kilometer up the Chehalis River. Across the next 3.75 minutes, this massive wave advanced further from its source. Effects and damage, striking down large swaths of coniferous trees that lined the valley walls, sweeping them away. It then reached the southern end of the lake, partially surging over the downstream portion of Chehalis River and traveling another 650 meters. Across the next 30 minutes, via what is known as a seiche, waves rocked back and forth across the boundaries of the 8.8 kilometer or 5.5 mile long Chehalis Lake, almost as if the lake was a giant bathtub. Despite the extent of the damage which occurred, as 3 campsites, a boat launch point, and 10,000 trees had been washed away or destroyed, thankfully, no one was killed. This can be owed largely to the time of year, since it was quite cold in December, with this making recreational activities around this lake unfavorable. However, the floating logs of the thousands of log jam mentioned trees slowly drifted to the south, eventually forming a log jam that acted much like a beaver dam. This risk was thankfully later removed via a following several-month-long task of removing the debris blocking the river path. While very little of the trim line, which marks the high point the tsunami wave reached, has recovered, some vegetation in select areas has repopulated some of the region. Landslide cause. So why did this landslide and tsunami occur? Generally speaking, when events like these occur in Alaska or Canada, the culprit is almost always the same: